Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the GeekVerse podcast, episode 583, even though my tweet says 582, so I screwed that up. But it is the 583rd episode of the GeekVerse podcast. I'm the team leader, Travis Snell, and I'm joined by...
I am Dylan Moss.
I am Red Mist Taylor Field.
I've noticed this, Dylan. Why has the droppage of the nicknames happened?
Well, I'm still usually doing a nickname. I guess I don't necessarily write it in the StreamYard layout for the YouTube listeners, but I also, with the StreamYard layout, like I've had @Dylan Muss in there for months, but I haven't been on Twitter in months, and I don't really care if people follow me on that anymore because I'm not going to use it. So it felt weird to still have that in there. I felt like that's a relic of a past age. So yeah, and I don't know. I kind of like the simplicity. Not to throw your name under the bus because you have 2 lines and there's a lot of letters and words in there, but I'm kind of liking the simplicity. It's a new me,
Well, usually I'm not a big fan of it because I think they call it the headline is the one that's under me. I'm not usually the biggest fan, but I'm just rocking it just for the...
It's a good occasion for sure.
Yeah, just for the Extra Life thing. After Extra Life, it'll be gone. It's not going to be around anymore. But no, I wasn't sure. I thought, Taylor, I think Dylan's trying to establish his own brand so he could just move away from us, leave GeekVerse.
I just couldn't... The topics today did not inspire a nickname for me, so I just went no nickname today. That
is fair. But yeah, there's a couple of good topics, but it's interesting times because we're, again, for movie and TV-wise, we're all, there's things coming out. We're going to talk about today. Lots of trailers for stuff coming out in November, funny enough, and the Marvels we're going to do predictions on. That's coming out in just a couple weeks now. So there is things coming out. We're still in that era where it's all good there. It's just that, again, today there was another deal put forward, so they meet again today, so we'll see. But it's funny, last week when we bumped the newscast, the majority of the topics are the same from last week because not too much has happened. So that's why, the GV official episodes are a little more spaced out. But yeah, it should be, we'll have some fun here. Lots of good stuff going on. We got, me and Kirkland did about 2.5 hours of Spider-Man 2 yesterday. Good so stuff. That was lots of fun. Yeah, thanks to everyone that checks it out or will check it out. Pretty much, I'd say up until the last 45 minutes, it's all non-spoilers. So it's all about the gameplay and side missions, but they're not specific, this is what happened. So even if you've not beat it, because I know a lot of people haven't, even though it is a bit shorter, you can go jump into that. Next week, Super Mario Wonder. That's going to be lots of fun. I'm hoping to join again that. I still have to buy it. It's been difficult because the stream's coming up. My dad's moving to town. It's just been, but luckily, Taylor, I don't want to ask how you're enjoying it, but you've dipped your toes into the Wonder.
I dipped my toes, yeah.
I saw you online last night. I don't normally see Arcanite up there on my is now playing, so I was like, good. Oh damn, look at Taylor over here.
Sneak peek, yeah. I'm trying to get Madison to play it more, but just sneak peek. Some of that shit is fucking rough, and I'm going and she's way behind me, and I'm like, okay, come on, speed run this shit.
Taylor's being held back. Well, sorry about that. Madison, pick up the pace. What else you got going on, And then most importantly, November 4th, 10 a.m. PST is the start of our 24-hour Extra Life charity stream, trying to raise $2,500 towards BC Children's Hospital or anything we can. Anything you donate is tax deductible. You can go down below and buy a nice GeekVerse Barbie-themed logo right now, our hottest selling shirt of all time. All the proceeds go towards that as well. They're tax deductible. What else can you do? And just come watch, enjoy, share the stream of the day. I think it's 10 days away or something like that. I don't know. I can't do the math right now, but we're under 2 weeks. It's going to be a good time. We know we got everybody all around the world. So those late night hours for us when we're 2, 3 a.m., pop in the chat. Carl will be leaning on you, people like that. It's always good just to keep us up. And if you can't donate, that's completely fine. Just come share, spread the word because maybe someone can donate and you can't, that's completely fine. Just sharing the word helps us out a lot, and we appreciate everybody that has supported us so far and will in the future. And yeah, come join because it's usually a good time. We got a Fight Club tournament. We're going to be playing Smash Ultimate, Mortal Kombat 1, and Marvel vs. Capcom in a round robin. Matches are going to have them throughout the 24 hours, so I guarantee there's going to probably be some 2, 3 a.m., 4 a.m. Smash or something, whenever these
That's when I'm hoping
up.
to do the fighting games, the traditional fighting games, so I can maybe get an edge on someone who's super tired. I'll just maybe chug a Coca-Cola before my match, so Taylor's drifting off, and I can get in there with my 0 Mortal Kombat skills and maybe squeeze out a win.
I was gonna say because I still haven't picked up MK1 yet either. We should wait till Kirkland's dead asleep, and that's like, hey, Mortal Kombat time because he's gonna have a huge advantage on us, So
It's true.
if he's a little,
We should share tips, with each other.
Yeah, we should.
Whisper in each other's ear, a little sweet
his
nothing.
weaknesses. Yeah,
Mhm.
He
Tell
did
his
that for that
weaknesses,
team's
yeah.
title a while ago too. Remember, this was like 2 streams ago, 3. He's like, okay, I'm cashing in on the team's title. We played COD. I think it was me and Kirkland against you guys, and he did it late at night when you guys were super tired. Is that right?
No. He did it on you for the sports side. He did cash in on me for that, like for us. That's how you guys took the team, and this was before Warzone. So I'd love to redo that.
Well, we played COD. I thought it was like Black Ops.
No, we
I
did, but
thought.
it wasn't like late night. It was
You
like
guys did
9
the Call
or
of Duty
10.
battle last year too, with like the 5 games.
But Taylor, you might be thinking of you and Kirkland did like a sports title match like 5 a.m. or something because we had to shave you, me, and Briggs' head. So we had lots of time. So that's, I remember we were like, oh, we got to do this. And it was like 5 a.m.
I remember doing it that, but I remember he was whispering to me. He pulled me aside, like, Taylor, like, when do you think we should do this COD matchup?
Oh, he
against
definitely
them?
was
I like,
whispering.
so he planned something, but
Like granted, I know you guys will probably still win because you guys still buy the base game, but I guarantee the match would be like closer. I feel like we should do that in those wee hours. Dylan, you be down to drop and try to? I guarantee I can get 1 kill this time.
I think I could. I think I could pop off for sure.
Oh, there you go, impromptu challenge. There.
There's so many hours in COD and Halo back in the day as a teenager that that juice is flowing. I've been playing some Halo Infinite again this week, and even though I haven't played that game in a while, I just destroy. I just pop off. I'm not playing ranked or high level or anything like that, but I got that deep in my DNA at this point.
And you gotta remember when you guys did that team titles match, other than the one match I had against Dylan where he just destroyed me, I had not played COD in like a good decade. Like those were the only 2 times I'd play Call of Duty were those 2 times. So now with Warzone, I don't think I'm great, but I know how to do a little cheese, and actually know the importance of a loadout, some good tacticals
You're
and
a good
stuff.
player.
So,
You're a good player.
yeah,
I watch you a lot when I'm dead and I have to just observe, but you got the
Yeah.
skills, man.
So maybe look up for that. Some COD, some Warzone for sure. We're going to be doing dodgeball. We hope that goes off without a hitch. It's going to be all of us with our significant others. We hope that's going to go well. I got the balls. I got to blow them up. We're going to be doing some poker. That's going to be a good time because some of us will be a little, that's going to be a lunch break for us, but we're going to invite patrons on and we're going to do poker for about an hour and a half. So that'll be a good time. Taylor, you need to come over and help me set that up before the stream. What else is there? We're going to be revealing our movie teaser, poster, and trailer. That's going to be tons of fun. Gosh. Oh, we're going to be playing dirty 3-layered charades, little Barbie theme. So we've never done 3-layered charades as like a staple at our Christmas parties, but I've looked at the past streams. We've never done it on air. So why have we never done this?
Very risky because who knows what's going to happen.
Oh,
I think we have to like set a limit somehow because that could get us demonetized in a second.
Yeah, so I'm gonna let's see. I don't want to put. Don't look at that chat. Don't look at the chat. I appreciate for putting it. I don't want some people haven't been spoiled by certain things going around, so that's the only reason why. But we usually welcome it, so don't worry. We'll talk about that. And then the big trivia brouhaha, our 4th annual trivia battle. What we're gonna do right now, as Taylor's like rolling away, I'm going to drop the names. I'm gonna announce them all. Usually we do one by one. Gonna not lie, it's been a hectic month, so we're gonna do a big just drop of them. What's gonna happen is, Dylan, I would very much like you to pull up, go to random.org and get us that big wheel because I'm going to drop you the names in the chat, and Taylor and I are going to obviously get our draft teams right now. They're going to be completely random this year. No picks, no bias, no nothing. And what's going to happen is last year, the reason we're doing this, and people, if you don't know, it's a trivia battle. It's about 60 questions. We're going to be, oh my God. Are you not listening, Taylor? I said I was going to drop Dylan the name. Okay. You're saying, what's this in our private chat? What do you mean, what's this? We're going to be doing a trivia battle. It's 60 questions, 20 Marvel, 20 DC, 20 Star Wars. Marvel's going to be hosted by the great Chris Balga, and then 2 returning hosts this year. Katie Renshaw is going to be doing Star Wars again, so look out for that. And Dave, the film junkie, is coming back for DC. So I thank you all for giving us some of your time and your questions because
on this list are Casey and Sagi Mellon. Is that one long name? Or is that
That's
two.
two. That's two. So there you go. There's some people, but yeah. So I'm going to announce. So I will say that because I was a little bit later this year. We've just been hectic. There's about 4 to 5 people that are still on the TBD list. If that happens, they will be added, and we'll do like another redraw next week. There's some people that they don't know the work schedule because we're doing it a bit earlier this year. Usually we've done it more around 5 p.m. We're doing it at 2 p.m. because, and I want to mention down below is the Extra Life link, and if you click on that now, that has the entire schedule, the time layout, etc. Reason it's a little earlier this year is just because we're doing dodgeball and we need sunlight, so that's why. So that's why some people are TBD. So this is the list we got going so far. So of course, still Must, he's going to be on there. Kirkland Patzer, year. And then the GUA crew, we got Joe De Niro, Fanboy Clay, and Travis Hines. We got the returning Tim Rooney, one of our good friends, a filmmaker. Go check out, he's working on some good stuff over there. My Twitter husband, Casey, Krypton Cage. And then 4 people that are joining for the first time. Jason Barry, I'm a big fan of him. Again, go watch. He is somebody that is a filmmaker right now. He's doing lots of cool stuff. He has a horror short out. He was going to be on last year, but couldn't. Something came up. So I'm happy to get him on. And then, yes, Saggy Mellon, so you guys have not met. I'm excited for you guys to meet her. She's quite a character. Always, we get lots of good arguments in a fun way on the vodka stream, so you got that going on. Ben Everett is somebody, same thing. He's a really good guy. Go check out Real Anarchy. And you know, I'll drop links and stuff for all these people once I put the stuff out there. And then Amanda Colbert, who I'm very excited because I've been trying the past 3 years to get her on. She's somebody, I always tell the story that she knew Scott, who can't make it this year, but she knew nothing about us, and she donated. She was pumping our stream out the whole night and never met us. And ever since then, we've been friends. And every year there's been something that's come up that she can't join, and she can this year. Taylor, I don't know if you remember, but she was on the trial as well, helped
Oh yeah, I remember.
yeah,
I was on vodka stream with her a couple times. I think.
Yeah, I love Amanda. Amanda and Steven have like some of the best they're just such a great couple. Like they have comedic beats, and I really love it. They're such a good like odd couple when they're on vodka stream together. So that's the people. So Dill Muss. The reason we're doing this is because, and hello Andrew. Reason we're doing this because last year the Zoom thing almost crashed, and somehow Hines ended up on Travis's team, and that to me is controversy. So this year we're gonna make a list. It's gonna be solidified. So when we pull it up, it'll be there. So I'll let Taylor go first. Taylor, you can spin, like Dylan will spin the wheel. You can bring out that wheel, Dylan, and that's why it's completely, whatever. Dylan or Taylor, I'll let you have the first person here. So Dylan, when you're ready, spin that wheel and let's find out what's going on here.
I'm really dumb. Where's the spin button? No, I just click it. Okay.
Okay. Oh, you just click the wheel. Look at that. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Let's go, Dylan.
It's your boy.
I better at least get Kirkland. Cause last year Taylor had the whole entire GV crew. So Dilma's first overall pick. So there you go. Dilma's
Strong start
on Team Taylor. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Let's see what I got here.
Someone's writing down this list. I guess we can always refer to the video if we need.
I'll write it right now. I'll put initials by it. TF and TS. There we go. So here we go.
I also realized we can put images on this, so we should really spice up this wheel at some point. Get some put like Taylor's face here.
We
in the
need
middle.
headshots from everyone here.
I was gonna say I don't know if we have time for that now, but yeah, we definitely
no,
should in the future. Just stop everything. Go message someone. Send me a profile picture right now. I need it. Okay, so this is what happened last. Oh, it was
Last
looking like
minute.
Hines, but Mr. Rooney, a fellow filmmaker, very excited to have him on the team again. Go check out the stuff he's working on; is really cool. So
is this sound coming through? Is this just popping
I
off
hear
on my?
it.
There's
No,
confetti
no,
and
you
like
got-
cheers whenever I do this. I'm not usually the one spinning the wheel.
okay, this is for Team Taylor now.
There we go. What we got? Something juicy. Something juicy.
Oh, he's
That
gonna
is a
get.
scary
Oh,
thing.
I thought he was gonna. Oh,
There we go. Welcome,
Amanda.
Amanda.
Man.
Happy to have you.
Finally get Amanda on the stream, and she's not even with me. This is just kind of bogus, but okay, that's fine. Let's go. Let's see what happens now. I thought you were getting Kirkland there for a second. I thought that was what's gonna happen. So,
There he is.
There you
there you go. I get Kirkland. That's tough. We're leading teams in dodgeball against each other, and last year we had a huge rivalry. So I don't know. He might sink me. I don't know if I like the Kirkland Patzer pick. I just feel like he's out for himself sometimes. But whatever.
He might try to sabotage you.
He
Oh,
might try to
Travis.
sabotage me. Mr. Hines. Okay, so this time he can actually be on your team this year officially. Take the traitor.
It's
Who didn't say a
official.
single thing?
There we go.
You can't
He'd say-
deny the wheel.
No, can't deny it. All right, let's see. So this is me right here. Oh no! Oh, I got
Another mortal enemy.
Clay.
You have a team full of traitors. Are
What's
just getting
going
set
on?
up here.
Like 2 years ago, I versus Clay and Trey. Oh my gosh! Like this is like, man, the
Strong
jig is
team.
in for me. Yeah, they're all knowledgeable. It's just that are they going to actually want to work with me? That's the question.
It's true.
I don't know.
Joe, let's go.
Joe, DC Alliance host. So you got
Okay.
the two DC Alliance hosts with you as well.
Okay,
I knew
that's
that 'cause
good. Actually,
my
'cause
weak
that's
point
that-
is
that-
DC.
And me too. That's a huge gap. So our team's looking pretty balanced over here.
Okay,
As all
4
things should
people
be.
left. You better not get Kate. And who is this for? This is for
you.
me. Okay, I got Jason Barry. Good. Very excited about that. Good,
Right on
good.
that hairline, eh?
That
It
is-
was.
yeah.
That was close. You better not take KC from me. He's my Twitter husband. I need the man on my. I need the support team, especially
It
after
could
I got some
happen.
people.
It could happen. It could
No,
happen.
no.
Ooh, okay.
Oh, Ben.
Mr. Ben Everett's very good. Okay, good. Another big DC pick for you guys. So you guys are loaded on the DC.
Okay, we'll have to
That's
brush
going
up on what is it, Star Wars and Marvel.
Star Wars
Are
and
the two?
Marvel.
Star Wars, Marvel, DC.
We'll have to
yeah.
brush up on our. Well,
Taylor-
you're good on
so-
the Star Wars, and I don't know.
I'm
I
good
guess
on the
we're
Star
both
Wars.
okay on
You're
that
good on the Marvel.
Look at that Pokeball. So it's down to Casey and
I do play a lot of
Saggy.
Marvel Snap. It's true. Okay, Travis got Saggy
So I'm getting
Melons.
Saggy, and you're getting my Twitter.
The team's against you.
I know. No, I like Saggy. I'm,
Oh wait,
I'm
this
friends with
means
Saggy's, but
because Taylor went first, so so we have more people on Taylor's team than Travis's team.
I think he has one more. Yeah, so that's what happened. The next person I have
So we need one more
confirmed.
person.
I'll put him on
Let's
my
spin it for
team
fun.
there. So yeah, spin for fun. There you go, Casey. Oh my goodness. It's not anything against anybody. It's just Casey's. You know, we have a long history. We're Twitter
your
married
boy.
here now. Yep. All right. Well, there you go. So those are the teams happening November 4th. It's been decided. So Taylor Field, you got Dilmas. Where is it? You got Ben Everett's, Casey, and Amanda Colbert, and Joe Gennaro. And then I got Kirkland Patzer, Fanboy Clay, Tim Rooney, Saggy Mounds, and Jason Barry. So it's going to be tons of fun. And like I said, there might be a few other people. TBD. Tune in for that. So let's start. We got our last big Marvel movie of the year coming up, The Marvels. I just want to get your guys' gauge. We're about, like I said, 2.5 weeks away. Dilmas, where's your out of a 10? You know, I know you don't give ratings, but for an excitement level, or if you want to do an A to Z,
I'll give
you
a
can
rating.
give me that.
Yeah,
you
I'll
know,
give a
you can
rating.
give me a pair of cards, like from ace to king.
I like A
Whatever
to
you-
Z actually. Let's do that. So on a
So is
scale of A to Z,
is
I'm gonna
A-
go with a solid P.5 is where I'm excited for this.
Is A high or Z high? Which way you're working?
I think Z would have to be high.
Okay. Either way, you're somewhere in the middle. I don't really know why I asked you to pick P. So
No, I don't know. I think I am excited. I just it's one of those ones that I feel like this has happened a lot this year where I just kind of forget a thing is coming out. It just seems like everything is sneaking up on me. I don't know why that keeps happening. Maybe I gotta get my head out of the gutter here or something. But I
gutter.
would say I'm fairly excited for it compared to at least what appears to be the rest of the world. It seems like the hype level is generally pretty low, and I think it's surprising for me because I hate Miss Marvel TV show. Just it really broke me because I loved the first episode or two, and then it just went downhill hard. And I don't really like Captain Marvel as a movie either. So I guess going into this, it's a bit surprising that I am very excited for this. I am looking forward to this team up because I like all the characters individual. I just don't like necessarily the project that surrounds them. So in that way, I'm very interested. I'm excited to go back to a little bit of some cosmicness, even though I guess we just had Guardians recently. And I don't know. I feel like there's a bit of this that is, I guess, closer to the Avengers. You know, Captain Marvel coming from that team. She's on the Avengers and whatnot. So maybe we'll just get some more good world building stuff for the state of MCU and Marvel. And I feel like we've had a lot of those questions lately where a lot of these projects just seem to be their own distinct things, kind of separate or introducing characters who aren't on that tier yet. So just a lot of questions that I'm excited to have answered. I just think it's going to be a fun time. And I'm looking forward to it. I think more than the average Marvel fan out there right now.
that's good. Taylor Field.
Oh, it's gonna sound bad. I haven't even bought my tickets yet because I haven't felt like that sense of urgency to like rush into it.
You should get your tickets right now.
I should get my tickets right now.
Like
yeah,
when me and Dylan bought our PS4s or something like that, or PS5s and stuff like that, or the pre-orders, right?
I don't follow. But okay.
Taylor, you should buy it because it is a Marvel movie and there's a chance that it sells out, even if it's a lower hype level. You should get your ticket.
I think that's a topic of conversation for this cast, isn't it? It's earnings.
But you don't want to look like a sucker and miss it. Or maybe that's your plan. Maybe you're just saying this as a
Sorry, guys.
defense,
Oh,
but then
it's
you're like,
too
oh
late.
shit, sold out.
Do you have your tickets yet, Dylan?
Of course, yeah.
Okay, I don't either. I was gonna see what the.
You
I
don't
I
have
haven't
your
either.
tickets?
You guys are. I'm gonna be solo reviewing this.
No, I'm definitely seeing it. It's just because I've never thought like, oh, it's
I'm
gonna sell
interested
out.
in the movie, but I'm not interested enough to do a solo review. I don't know how that would go.
Let me see what the 7 p.m. is. There is a total of 4 tickets sold for the 7 p.m. on Thursday here in
You
Kelowna.
never know.
I like my odds.
And let me go to Extreme Screen. Extreme Screen is like our big IMAX.
Is that the
thing.
Grand 10 or is that
That was the
at
Grand 10. So I'm looking. That's why I just
okay.
said Taylor's gonna pull up the Extreme. You know.
That's not good though for a Marvel movie. I gotta say.
So it looks like this
Worryingly
like
low.
about 25 for the Marvel. So It looks like there's probably about like 15% of the theater sold for the extreme screen, and yeah, not looking great. That is one of
That's
our
too bad.
topics and stuff, and yeah.
Well, I mean, again, in terms of my excitement level, I feel like it's gonna kind of be like a Loki scenario where I wasn't super, like, I didn't feel that excitement and that high octane ecstaticness kind of when the show was there and it was like opening night for the show and it dropped the first episode, but afterwards, like, it picked up really quick. So I feel like that is what's gonna probably come around here, and I feel like it's just because Marvel's been simmering for a little bit. While yes, Loki has been rejuvenating my excitement on the MCU, I still feel like I'm reeling from Secret Invasion, and I feel like that storyline with the Skrulls is maybe, I don't know if they're gonna tap into that with this story or how it's gonna go, but I feel like the residue from that is kind of simmering in
residue.
this, and it's
That's gross.
it's
The
not
gooey
jiving.
liquid.
You see
in
Nick
the
Fury,
underbelly.
and you're like, I remember when I saw you last. You know,
That's
not good.
exactly it. Yeah, like I'm not just like ecstatic on all that stuff. So we'll
Maybe
see.
that
I guess.
maybe that's why it's the shortest MCU movie now, is because they edited out all the Skrull stuff. You know.
Yeah, they had to backtrack a little bit. They did some things.
Fuck, I was super tripped out because I had to. Don't look in the chat, because for us, there's a comment that wasn't be deleted by comic things. Like I said, nothing offensive. Just don't look at YouTube. So I had the YouTube to try and delete off of there, but then when I went back, I thought it was you guys. So the syncing was all off, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" But I realized it's just the YouTube video. It's not. It wasn't you guys, but I was really concerned. Yeah, I don't know. Like I don't know. I think I'm like the base level excited, where it's what I say. I'm always excited by a comic book property, but that's not saying much. I'm in the similar boat where I think I liked Captain Marvel more, but I didn't love Miss Marvel. But I like Kamala. I think I've always said that I'm interested to see these three together. The runtime does worry me, because I know people go like, "Oh, the runtime's the runtime," but we've also just seen MCU lately do that, where there's a couple films like Thor: Love and Thunder and Multiverse of Madness where they were cut down and could have used a little more.
Sorry, what is the official runtime now that we're...
Hour 45? So it is a short movie. So yeah,
I don't know if I'd say short
for
movie.
MCU. I guess not short, but I guess I just surprised it's under 2 hours by 15 minutes. And plus some that's credits. That's at least, it's probably just an hour.
That's not
40.
like a shock. That's not a scary number to me, though, right? When we did that, what did we determine? There's a bunch of movies in that like 150 pocket.
Yeah.
It's just like a little bit shorter, which you're right, like shortest MCU movie perhaps, but
Three of them
it's not
too.
like it's like an hour 20 or something. That would be bizarre.
What if there's 20 minutes of credits and we're just, wow, what happened here? You know,
I mean,
we're in for a bad
possible.
trip.
a lot of VFX artists on these movies.
I've been sitting here for 19 minutes to get this end credit scene, but yeah. So I'm interested, but I'm definitely not like, oh, I can't wait to see this, you know. And that's where it's funny. Like, we'll start there about the box office and predictions, because we're talking about the 15% there that I think, and yeah, I didn't think so. I've been saying this for a while, because this time with Flash, I went Indiana Jones. I said I thought it was going to disappoint, open under around 60 million. The first one had like, it was like, I'll pull up, it's like 157, something like that. So it's looking to have like a massive split from that. But I think that's a lot different. That's in the middle of the end game. We're right in the heat of that. That's the lead up. But still, it's a big drop. I still thought, and we'll have to see how legs do, I thought once Dune moved, it would maybe, the hype would like ratchet up a little bit more, and it doesn't seem like it has. So what happened was, like a couple weeks ago, the projections came out that it was going to be open around 50 to 70. Now it's more settling into like 70, 80, but that doesn't mean it still can't dip below that. So I've been saying this for a while. I'm going to keep to it. I think it's going to open below 60. I don't think the hype is there. Miss Marvel, we talked before, was the lowest watched show. I think the Marvel character, Captain Marvel, hasn't like glommed onto people the way they were hoping, or people haven't glommed onto it, vice versa, like a symbiote. So yeah, and I don't know what the total, I think it's going to be very similar to Ant-Man Quantumania. Whatever that number is, I'll pull it up again, but I think it's like 400,000, something like that. Ant-Man Quantumania box
400 million, perhaps.
What did I say?
400,000.
Yeah, big disappointment. 476 million. So I'm comfortable by saying it could hit. I think 450 is its cap. I think it could actually go below that. So I'm gonna say it's. I'm gonna say it's gonna like eke out over 400 million. And yeah, the only thing that could be is some really good word of mouth, and maybe that could happen. But yeah, I don't know. I don't see the excitement there, and I think that Marvel now is going to have to step back luckily next year they only have 2 movies, maybe 2 movies coming out. And I think we've talked about this a few times that I think they're going to look at a lot more projects going forward and say, okay, what should get green light and what shouldn't. And I think stuff like Armor Wars will die after this movie and stuff, where they go, oh, like, even like you're getting a sequel to a billion-dollar franchise or a billion-dollar movie, and it's going to open to like 60 to 65% less than that movie, which is still, it was Endgame time, but still something they can't be happy about. So that's where I think it's going to have an opening weekend of under 60, and I think it's going to cap out at about 400 million, not the 1,000.
How much do you feel like the name being incredibly generic hurts
Yes.
this? Like, if it had a more spicy title where it's the exact same movie with the exact same premise, like, would that actually have a substantial difference? I'm trying to think of what would be not clickbaity, but like still be more interesting and captivating to the general audience, or maybe people who have been perhaps on just sitting on the edge of Marvel stuff, not really jumping in lately. Like, I don't know how you tie it into like the Avengers in some way, but if
The
they
Marvels,
could use some...
the Return of Iron Man.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. I feel like that could be a big part of it, because the name is just way too generic, I think. And
Yeah.
it makes sense if that's what the story is, but I think you maybe need to spice it up a little bit.
I think it would help a little bit, but I don't know if it'll help. I think it'll help you a couple million, but I don't know if because I still like the name Captain Marvel. I've never liked that. Just, it's so on the nose, like the brands Marvel, Captain Marvel, the Marvels, so
Yeah.
I don't know.
You're not wrong about that.
And they to me, they're really like, this was really like years ago now, so it's too late now, but I guess maybe they thought they had enough with these 3 Nick Fury, but I feel like they also should have probably went after a name for the villain too. That would have helped, because I like the actress that plays the villain, but I feel like that villain has been not completely, but very non-existent from any marketing. I don't feel like they're giving you any like, oh, I can't wait to see them go up against this person,
I don't know who the villain is at this point, so maybe I've missed a trailer.
Yeah, I don't know by
but,
name.
I mean,
Yeah, I just know it's Tom Hiddleston's wife. That's all I know. So.
Oh, interesting. Like,
Yeah.
in World, like, it's Loki's wife, so it's Sylvie.
Yeah,
not Loki.
big change up. No, real life, and they have a child together too, so that's cool. They're
Okay.
together on the Marvels. So, yeah, I can't even remember what the villain's name is, to be honest.
Crazy. I'll go higher on my box office prediction. You said just over 400, I believe.
Yeah, for the
as your
overall
final?
total. Yeah,
I'll go 574 as my final. Wait, which
574.
GV episode are we on right now?
583.
I'm gonna go 583 as my
Really?
prediction.
Okay.
Yeah. So maybe a little bit on the high end, but I feel like this could be one that the theaters perhaps a little bit empty, nothing too exciting right there. People are like, there's a Marvel movie, I'll go see that. There's no other maybe huge releases, and maybe I'm discounting some of the things that are coming out.
Not
I
really
just
to
can't think of
December,
any.
no.
Yeah.
Like Wonka, Aquaman, that's all near
Yeah.
the end of the
And
so.
I do feel like a big part of the nail in the coffin for Ant-Man was just the word of mouth was so horrid on that. Whereas I think if this is even decent, and I'm telling people, hey, this is a fun time, like, you should go see it if you like Marvel stuff. I feel like that could add up in the long run. And I don't know, it's still a Marvel movie, and Captain Marvel still did a billion. So even if the tracking is not looking that way, we've seen tracking go all sorts of directions past what it predicted before. So yeah, I'll definitely go higher, 583.
I feel like too, maybe because obviously they can't. I agree with that Spubs where he says keep sneaking up because there's no actors promotion. I agree with that because I think
That's a good point. Yep.
Yeah, there is a missed opportunity with those 3 not doing any press. I
You
think
don't have
that
them
does.
on Hot Ones right now or something.
Yeah,
like
like I to my pitch was get them all 3 at the same time on Hot Ones. I think that would have been like
that. I feel like Brie Larson's been on there, but you could bring her back, I guess.
yeah, as a unit, right? Like the
Yeah.
Marvels. Like I think like if I was marketing every interview they do together, every talk show they do
Yes.
together, like you really
For
like
sure.
emphasize. I feel like the other thing from the trailers I've seen, and I think that to me is also the other problem. To me, these trailers have just been incredibly generic, and that's why I think the movie could end up being that way. But I feel like they probably could have used Miss Marvel a bit better, and I feel like they should be really hitting like the younger female audience, like young girls, to go see this and get really excited about. Like it's like a ladies' adventures.
That's kind of risky to double down on, though, if the show didn't do numbers and critically, wasn't
critically did
wasn't-
great.
I guess
It's like one of their best reviewed things, Miss Marvel, like critically wise. It's just
so weird
us,
to me, yeah.
Geek First critically. If we were on Ron,
I feel like people they reviewed the first 2 episodes, and that's all they got as their review package, whatever it is.
Yeah, and that's why I brought that up, because the Superman Mike said they have not done a good job keeping Captain Marvel relevant in the MCU since the first movie. I think they've tried a little, but not really, because she was in
I guess that
Endgame.
would almost be the case for everyone, except
Yeah.
for like Loki and Wanda. Like everyone else has been so sparsely used since then.
She was in
And
Endgame.
Wong, I guess. Wong's
Wong for sure. He should be in his own movie, $1 billion. How amount he's been in there, but she was in Endgame. She was in the post credits for Shang-Chi, and she was in the post credits for Miss Marvel. And I think that's like a problem we've talked about, where I think that they should have been having her, Cap, and obviously would have been T'Challa. If not, swipe him for Doctor Strange, somebody else. They should have really. I just feel like they haven't made it. If she's an important part to the MCU going forward, they haven't made it feel like that, and they should have, and that's where I think they just got too much going on.
You said post credits of Shang-Chi. I do not remember that. Was that with Bruce Banner?
Yeah,
'Cause I remember
Wong.
Bruce.
She was in like the council. Yeah.
Fuck, I do not remember
Does
that.
she have a line?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, she's like somebody like, oh, I gotta see you back on Earth. Like I gotta
Oh, I gotta have a see you back.
see you back. But yeah, it's something because they're like the Illuminati. So yeah, she was there. So it's like little things, but it's not. Again, you got to think about I know it's different landscape, but you got Iron Man in 2008, Cap and Thor in 2011, and Hulk in 2008, and then you got them all again in 2012. So within 2 to 3 years, you saw them in a big movie. And then after that was Iron Man 3, Cap 2, Thor 2. Like the only one was Hulk, but he was like on the back burner for a reason. Like every time we're seeing these characters in big movies, every about 3 years at least, if not more, 3 to 2 years. So
It's crazy too that movie Captain Marvel is 2019, like, right? That feels so long ago at this point.
yeah.
And I guess it somewhat has been in terms of the universe element, but even just time wise, it feels like a lot, like it was ages ago at this point.
Oh yeah, millennia. And then Shang-Chi and credits gone nowhere. Yeah, hopefully, I'm hoping something happens in this movie that shows it goes somewhere. But yeah, they've talked about these. Well, even Shang-Chi, we haven't seen him again either yet, right? Big movie, people liked him.
Yeah.
Just sitting around doing nothing. So.
Instead, he's doing all those ads. You guys get those in the before your movie theater, like all these.
Yeah, right. Isn't it a phone or is it a car that he's doing?
I feel like there's 2 or 3 different brands that he's repping, but
yeah,
I'm like, this is overexposure. I like you, Simuli, but this is a bit too much.
Yeah, gotta get that money,
Yeah.
Let's see here. Oh, Taylor, you answered the question before we go to an ad break. What are you thinking opening weekend, and what are you thinking overall here?
300 million. Sorry, fucking the grand too.
I said 400. You said 300. This movie's gonna eat it.
Yeah, 300 million. I think for sure is what it's
300
gonna do.
million. That's real
Yeah.
low.
I don't think it's gonna go higher than. I would say no higher than 350. No higher than 350.
Okay.
But it's. I'm thinking
Jeez.
300.
I have
for
this on
sure.
my draft, right? This is on my list here.
I think it is. It's not
Yeah,
on.
not
It's
looking
not on
good for me.
mine. Yeah, it's okay. Taylor's ran away with it.
It's true.
The Mario Oppenheimer Barbie pick. Like what luck is
The hat
that?
trick.
That's just ridiculous.
Don't forget Strays.
Devil's
just the
Triangle.
cherry on top of Strays.
You are lucky because the rest of your movies ate shit this year. Those 3 won you.
Filled with like whatever, $20 or something.
Haunted Mansion too. That was good. That was good.
Haunted Mansion. It was just Haunted Mansion. It's not Haunted Mansion 2. It wasn't a sequel.
Did I say Haunted Mansion too?
Yeah.
He
Or did you
meant
mean
as
2
well,
is 2-0? 2-0.
Oh
I have a
yeah,
problem with
yeah.
those,
T
yeah.
O, not T W.
Yeah. And there's TW. There's 2,
Never
and there's
good with
TO,
TOW.
and there's TWO. So, and then what do you think opening weekend, Taylor?
Like it's earning over the opening weekend.
No. What else would I be asked for opening weekend?
How many
I'm very-
people?
What are you
going
doing opening weekend?
Yeah, how many
Wanna hang
people?
out?
That's how they try to spin it. Over 1 million people have seen the Marvels at a 2-for-1 discount.
And they all loved it.
Man, I could see that. I could see the Adam app is gonna put the advertisement on social media, like buy 1 ticket, get your second
No,
one free.
not
They did it
opening
with
weekend.
Demeter. They did it with
Yeah,
a bunch
but-
of other movies.
I could see that week 3. I don't think if it's MCU week 1 and they're doing buy 1 or buy 2 get 1 free week 1, then we're in real trouble. I don't think so yet. I think that'll happen later on down the line because I don't think they even did that with Ant-Man. So
In terms of what it's gonna earn, I gotta look and see what Ant-Man made opening weekend again. I forget.
I think it's like
Ant-Man was
130,
good
120.
opening.
Yeah,
It
best
just,
opening yet.
tanked in the following weeks.
104 million during its opening weekend. Wow, I don't think Captain Marvel's gonna do that. I think this Marvel's film is gonna do. I'll say 70 million in its first weekend.
70 million. There
How
you
was
go.
how was the Loki weeks? Do we have those numbers for the viewership on those? I guess 3 episodes in now.
No, I don't think so. I feel like
Okay.
the Soma
I feel
thing's
like
been
I haven't
really
seen anything about
low,
that.
and then I think Disney said something like, "Oh, it was just behind Mando 3." There's all these random numbers out here, but I'm hoping after the strike that we get some actual concrete stuff. We won't get they won't announce in the public, but they are going to start giving them to writers and stuff. So I guarantee they will start to leak out. Like people will start selling that information. But I think it's doing well. I think it's just recently there's a variety article and it lists as like it's being watched. I think people are. You know,
I just
they
wonder
like
if the
Tom
hype
Hiddleston.
is there for that, and people are wanting more Marvel stuff. It's
Yeah.
potentially a good timing of it. I
Yeah.
guess that's the finale night, so I don't know. Maybe at that point people are
They
burnt
choose to
out
stay
too. I don't
home.
know. Yeah.
They choose to stay home and watch
True.
it.
Yeah, they got to move that at the very least.
Oh yeah, just a Wednesday even. What are like? I don't know what
Make
they're
the
doing.
finale of Loki. The only way you can watch it is if you go see
Oh,
Marvel.
we gotta unlock it.
That would be crazy.
Remember when Netflix used to do that in the Marvel era, Dylan, when you'd watch the whole series and then it would unlock the preview for the next one? That was the coolest thing. It's like, oh
Right.
man, the first Luke Cage trailer. You gotta watch all this. It's good times, you know.
I forget. Did you have to like actually watch the whole?
I think you had to watch finale. I don't think you had to watch the full
Okay.
thing, but like
Yeah,
obviously you wouldn't skip to the finale, but you could do that. So very
crazy
fun.
times.
Yeah, I get the reference, I suppose. I don't know. It's not exactly.
I do not. But
It's a wrestling thing. WWE's done 2-for-1s as well, like all companies do when they're down, you know. So let's take our first ad break and we'll get into some story predictions. So we'll be right back. And we're back. So I'll start with the tried and true. As always, is anyone going to die in this one? Nick Fury, I'm on.
yeah, I mean the main trio. No, they're good. They're good to go. Nick Fury, I guess, is the possible. I don't know the villain yet, so hard to make a prediction there. I'm going to say no. And I don't really know too many of the other, characters that might make an appearance.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Fury, I guess, is the possible one, but it just feels like, I think we talked about this during Secret Invasion, that you do this whole show with him. Like, why wouldn't you make that his big exit? But then maybe it's like, it's Sam Jackson, so you want to do it on the big screen. Mm-hmm. But then, I don't know, it's kind of weird. And I think originally this movie was supposed to be in the summer, like right with Secret Invasion. So maybe there was some big connection strategy there. And then that just got pushed because of all sorts of issues that Disney's having. So I'm going to say he lives for now. And I don't know when you kill him off if you do, but I don't think it's here. So I'm going to say everyone of significance is safe for this project. I think it's going to be a bit more lighthearted. So I don't know if they need that big emotional bit, at least with a death. They could do an emotional bit with some character backstory or la-di-da.
The villain's name is Dar-Ben. Dar-Ben.
Is that one word or like
Dar-Ben.
Dar-Ben.
Yeah.
Dar-Ben doesn't kind of it both rolls off the tongue and doesn't at the same time.
Yeah.
But I'm into it. Dar-Ben. It sounds very Star Wars actually.
It does, yeah. I think I'm with you. I think even the villain might wake it out. If anyone dies, it's the villain. They do like a combo team up on her. But I think they're going to go for this is the more... I know it's bigger in a sense, but I think it's going to be almost similar to Ant-Man 1 and 2, where it's more just a good time type of movie. And of course, Yellow Jacket died, and I'm not saying people can't die and you can't have emotions, but I think for the most part, it's just going to be a fun time at the movie. So, and even the villain dies, I think it's like a comedic, fun way or something that's not like a dramatic, like for my people, and it's like Killmonger. It's like, no, I don't think it's gonna be like that. It's gonna be like, oh, she blew up, and they high five and whatever. So no, I don't think anybody of consequences really dying here. I think if you were to do Nick Fury, I would not like. Maybe the movie's great, so maybe it's a right send off, right? Because he started with Captain Marvel in the chronological order, but I think they save him for Secret Wars and that send off there. Maybe like I don't know. I know they're talking about there could be a soft reboot after, but maybe he is someone you stick around. I don't know, but if they would recast, I don't know. Another thing I'm just even curious too. Like, let's say there is like a soft reboot. I don't know why this popped into my mind, but do you think like the general audience, how Nick Fury used to be a white guy, do you think they can ever do that, or do you think it's always gonna be like a black African American guy now? Because I feel like that's the precipice now for like the live action, right? And I wonder if people would think that it's like whitewashing, because like if you just only grew up with
I feel like it'd be making like Black Panther a white guy or something. I feel.
But I'm just saying,
can't do it.
no, it's, yeah,
Because Black Panther, as far as I know, has never had a comic run where he was a white man. Maybe in a
That's
what
fair.
if, but that would be a
Yeah.
very weird what if.
Nick
That'd have
Fury
to be
for,
like
like
an April Fool's Day. What
yeah.
if?
You want the Ryan Gosling as T'Challa? You want that?
That was even
meme.
back in Ultimate Alliance. Nick
Yeah.
Fury was white. There is like
He
a
was.
recent-
He was. I think he's been like. I don't know how long he's been around, but I think at least for the majority of his career, he was white. Now I think the majority he'll end up being black. But I just feel like I don't think they can go back to that in the movies, TV show. I think you can do like a multi-universe of Nick Fury bumps into like a white Nick Fury, but I don't know if they'd ever cast a white guy now.
I think they could. Maybe
Yeah.
you make him like evil. Maybe you make a very different spin on the character, and maybe that would work that way.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think if they were to just reboot and it's a similar type of character role where he's just recruiting and kind of the leader. I don't know if, but even that, I don't know. I think I don't think they would do that if they were to reboot. I don't think they would do the copy paste.
Yeah.
Someday, like 20 years from now, 30
yeah.
years from now, when they do that full reboot, maybe, but not at this point in time. And also, yeah, I feel like you want to differentiate from Sam Jackson because he's so iconic as an actor and as that character as well. So I think you want to just, separate as much as you can.
I forgot about this. I think this is what S was talking about. It was originally after the Barbenheimer release.
It was July for sure.
Yeah, that would have been brutal. This weekend would have been even worse for them. So they're right to move it, but Taylor Field. Anybody dying this go around?
Well, I was thinking that it's probably going to be a very safe film. Like I can't see anyone really eating it or dying in this.
Eat it.
And especially with regards to Nick Fury, it should have been his show if he was to go out in that sense, but he didn't. So yeah, it's hard to say. Like I feel like if someone was to go, it would be the villain, like you mentioned. But I also do feel like it's just going to be a safe play, and I could also see them maybe keeping the villain around because I don't feel like they're really killing their villains that much. I mean, unless you're a Kang, but I do feel like they're kind of hanging on to the villains nowadays.
Well, they killed Gaiak, what that was his name? Gaiak, right?
Gravik.
Gravik.
Gravik, yeah, I
Yeah.
guess that's true.
Which
they did.
I had never seen that actor before Secret Invasion. He's fucking everywhere now.
He's Bob Marley. He's in Barbie. Yeah.
He's in Barbie. He's in High Fidelity, which me and Muds are watching right now.
Oh, really? Okay. I didn't know that.
There was some other thing too. Another thing after that. I was like, man, I've never seen this guy, and now he's in absolutely everything I'm watching.
Is that the Zoe Kravitz show?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I've never seen the show. I've seen the movie that it was based on.
We
I've
we
never
watched
seen-
the movie recently because
Yeah.
I wanted to see this old Jack Black picture, even though he's not the star of it or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, the show is like kind of the same idea, except Zoe Kravitz plays that main character. And a couple episodes in, it's fun so far. I like it.
There you go. He's gonna be around. He's gonna be a new Nick Fury when they reboot.
He's a big character. in that show,
Gravik.
too.
Yeah. Who else are we getting here from the MCU? Obviously, if you have anything that's post credits, save it. But anybody else, popping up here? Do they return the favor? Does Wong pop up here? Is this where we get Shang-Chi? What's gonna happen?
What do you think, Taylor?
I really would love to see Shang-Chi in here. I mean, I really like that movie, and I really like to see something else kind of like pop in. So I think Shang-Chi is actually a really, really good pick, actually. Because if I'm trying to remember the equipment that he had, the 10 rings, wasn't that something related with? Because
Some people think it's related with Miss Marvel. Yeah.
it's the same tech that Miss Marvel has, isn't
Oh,
it? Like
interesting.
her.
That's a theory. I think it's
That's
still
the
not been confirmed.
theory.
Don't sell Dylan a false bill of goods here, but I think that's the
Feige-
No, I'm
it's
taking your word for
confirmed.
it.
Shang-Chi and a
I'm
Miss
gonna
Marvel
rage
brother
in
and
the
sister.
theater if that's not true.
Yeah.
But I feel like if I remember correctly, I thought it was like some tech that was associated with the Blue Man Group. What are they? The Ronin folks. The Kree.
Kree.
The Kree. Yes.
Blue
thank
Man
you.
Crew.
The Navi.
Navi, yeah.
That's
Maybe
how they got to
I'm
save the
mistaken,
MCU.
though.
They got to land on the Pandora and start that crossover.
Pandora. But yeah, in terms of other characters to pop in here, I don't know. Do we see other characters that have not been introduced yet? I feel like that's what always gets
who?
me excited. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't think Ghost Rider is going to pop in here or anything
No.
like that. I don't think we're going to see like
A good prediction. I agree with that.
we're not gonna see like Man Thing. Is it Man Thing or Swamp Thing? I know it's the DC
Man
or the
Thing.
Marvel. Man Thing. A Man Thing cameo will be super cool, but I doubt we'll see Man Thing just pop in here.
Who out of all the four? Out of all
These are
the
some- I like you bringing up these most unlikely characters just to say that I don't think they're going to be in there.
yeah. Out of all the four, the three ladies and Nick Fury, you can pick one. Who do you want to see have a scene with Man Thing?
have a scene with Man Thing.
Yeah.
I want to see Nick Fury.
Absolutely.
Like, what is this thing?
And he just shoots
It's a man.
Are you a man or a thing?
Yeah.
What's
to me, it
what's
was-
his human name? Isn't it Carl or Greg?
Oh, it
or-
was something very.
No, it wasn't Carl Gregg. It was like, was it Bob? Is Bob that?
Did you say
Bob?
Bob?
Bob.
Sounds like you said bulb. Sebulba,
Bulbous.
maybe.
Sebulba.
Oh, it's Ted. I
Yeah.
love
Ted.
that. That's so good.
Miss Marvel and him could be fun, but got anybody you think we could see? Not the people we won't see.
Yeah, name all the characters you don't think we'll see real quick.
Mr. Fantastic.
Top 10 character.
Who would we see in here?
Give me one. Most likely person from the MCU you'd see in here. Go.
Gaia. I was thinking
God.
about fucking what's his name
Gaia.
just on the bench. Gaia. Gaia.
Gaia, come back.
Oh,
Emily didn't like that impersonation. I'm gonna say we could. I was gonna say Rhodey, but I just feel like in his state, I want to. I don't want to see him till they confirm where his scrollage is.
He's fucking tripping out somewhere right now. He's not in any state to be in this movie.
I want to see him when they retcon him being a Skrull from Civil War. And yes, that's where I was gonna go next. Where I haven't heard it recently, but early on there's rumors of Valkyrie, and I
I
think
love that actually.
I think
cool.
Valkyrie will be there. And for like another person, geez, maybe.
Meek
Try
Korg.
Meek and Korg. I'm just trying to think of somebody else in the Young Avengers that could be associated with Kamala, and I guess it's really only like Kate
Oh.
Bishop and
Kate Bishop's in New York where Miss Marvel lives.
yeah, so maybe something like that where she goes back home and bumps into her because the other Young Avengers, they're Wanda's kids, so they're not really around.
We got Scar because you got Bruce and
No.
Captain Marvel. There's the connection. So you got Bruce's son. So it's all tied in. Young Avengers.
Yeah, you could get Scar. No, you're not getting Scar in this book. There's no
Planet
way.
Hulk. It's all set up.
Here's what I'd want. Talking about planets they may land on be very random. I don't know why they haven't brought him back since Ragnarok. Grandmaster. Maybe they land on a planet and they bump into Grandmaster. I think there was rumors he was supposed to be in Love and Thunder. Didn't work out. Yeah, give me that. Or even the Collector. Maybe one of those oddball space characters. Howard the Duck. You know.
Yeah, what's
I know
the fate of Collector right now? Because he was in, I guess, Infinity War, but that was like a fake,
yeah.
right? So we don't.
He could
really,
be dead.
All we
'Cause
know
his
is that
whole
his
shop
his
was
destroyed. Yeah.
yeah, and his planet. Like, oh no! I think in Guardians
Or was
didn't
that
they
all
say?
fake?
Well, no, that was real, but someone in the chat might have to correct me. I think that they said that they bought Nowhere from the Collector. I could be wrong.
Oh, is
but
that
they-
where his place was? Yeah, that might.
Yeah.
Huh.
So someone let me know if you remember that. If not, it's not a big deal. But I think he's canonically still kicking somewhere.
Right.
And why they haven't put him and Grandmaster together as like the brother, like a fun, like that's why I'm bummed that we probably won't get Marvel special presentations because that to me is like I would have been down to see what the two brothers up to, like Benicio del Toro, Jeff Goldblum together. Come on, that'd been great.
Mhm.
But
Yeah.
I think our time's
I don't think there will be anything of big consequence. At most, I'm pointing at a post credit because I'm trying to think of like I do feel like the Guardians of the Galaxy is a good place to look at in terms of characters, just because it seems like we're going to spend a lot of time in space, and we still don't have like a huge roster of characters outside of characters from Guardians that would be there, other than I guess Thor stuff. And I think Valkyrie is a good one. So if I have to pick one, I will pick that because what else do you do with that character? I feel like she also had a bit of a not necessarily glow up because she's always just had minimal screen time, so it just is taking a bit longer to get her development and see more of her. But I really liked her in Love and Thunder from what I remember there. So I think that's a good one, even though she's on Earth. But I don't know how that's going to work. But there's could be some reason. But yeah, I feel like it would more to me just be like a post-credit tease would be where we see a character, except for one of those. Like I think a Grandmaster or Collector is a good thought. Just some random character that I have one little scene here or there.
Yeah, that we haven't seen in a bit. Yeah,
Howard the Duck or something.
that's what I will. I want more Howard the Duck. But yeah, let's talk about post credits. What do we think? Obviously, if there's any characters you shout, but do you think there's anything story beats? Is there any more setup? Something going on?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like we don't really have another movie announced that any of these characters I guess would make sense to be in other than Avengers. Is that a correct statement? Would you say?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Because I guess I always forget. It's Monica, right? Is in this one?
Yeah, Monica Rambeau.
She was a WandaVision
Yep.
person, and then we have Agatha, but I feel like that's not gonna really cross over or connect in any sort of way. That seems like a bit too separate there. And yeah, we still like I do want to see him on with the other kind of lower the young Avengers characters that we've talked about, but we don't really know what any of them are going to be doing in the near or distant future at this point. So I guess that's maybe what I'm hoping for is the movie. Let's say it ends in a way where Miss Marvel is still on Earth just chilling and doesn't take on this big galactic role. I feel like setting her up with someone else could be interesting. I don't know if that's a weird idea to just like, oh, she was teamed up with these two and then you send her off next project. But I think in some way just to connect her with the greater universe and maybe start laying those breadcrumbs down. I don't really know what you do with Monica, to be honest. And then with Captain Marvel, there's like a million things they could do, right? There's a million characters. Obviously, we talked about the Wong situation, some Avengers thing, her communicating with someone, whether it's just one of those janky, like, holographic meetings that we've seen like 100 times now. So, yeah, I think those are...
See you on Earth.
I don't think we'd get two of those either. I think we'd either just get one or the other, but I guess we really could get a little setup for each of them, because I do feel like they're going to go their separate ways, and obviously come together in an Avengers movie or something again, but I do think they would kind of be set up to go on their own separate paths. Probably too soon for a Kamala X-Men more meaningful connection too, so I don't think we'll get that.
Just meets Charles Xavier, just like, I'm starting the X-Men. I hear you're a mutant. Yeah. And then
That'd be absolutely crazy.
Yeah. I think you're pretty much right, or it's tough. I don't know what they're going to do with Monica, so maybe I think in film they'll answer that, where it's like, you're the new head of S.H.I.E.L.D. or SWORD or like some shit like that. It's like, okay, cool. I don't care. Not about Monica, just like I think they'll just give her some obligatory job where it's like, that's what she's doing in the MCU currently, and you okay, cool. And I think the two will be, I think they'll propel Miss Marvel in the Young Avengers path, even though I think there's a chance they could say, hey, we don't want to do that. And if they film an end credit, I think the state Marvel's in right now, they could easily just chop that and go, we don't want that in there because we don't want to give people hope, because it's like Young Avengers, Midnight Suns, is this stuff that's also going to happen, or is it happening way down the line now? Who knows? So if there's two, one could be comedic, because I always love doing one of those. So you could get some there. That's where the Grandmaster Collector pop up. I think Miss Marvel, Kamala, doing something with Young Avengers. And then I think the Captain Marvel one will just be a tip of the hat to Secret Wars or Kang Dynasty. It'll be like we just talked about Shang-Chi, that end credit. There's a couple other end credits that are really just alluding to something, but it seems like it's something far down the line. I think that'll be, because I think probably, unfortunately, the next time you see Captain Marvel probably won't be until an Avengers movie. So I think it will be down the line and stuff. So Superman Mike says, could it be a Deadpool 3 lead? Why they desperately don't want to delay Deadpool 3? I don't think so. I think they're like, I'm not saying it couldn't be a lead, and it could, but I think that I don't think the delay matters too much. I think the end credit scene of this isn't going to affect Deadpool's excitement either way. I don't think it's going to add to it or disadd to it. I think
I also feel like in a Disney Plus world, that thing doesn't really matter as much, because these movies are so easily accessible all in one place that people don't necessarily need those. They don't need the end credits as much as to breadcrumb as they used to. I feel like now, that, especially because we have shows and movies now, it's just a bit too messy to make it like all connect in that way. Yeah. But maybe that's just this phase and how messy these phases have been in general. I guess we're at the start of I keep forgetting that we're technically
this is the
at the
year
start of a
one
new phase.
Yeah, year one of phase 5. It's going great so far. So
sorry, I have a quick side tangent thing. Where do you guys, if Miss Marvel does end up being in this Young Avengers thing, which of course is still just a idea in the sky, what kind of role do you think she has? Like, is she an Iron Man or a Captain America, like a kind of a big leader type character? Is she smaller side one? Like, where do you think she is in terms of relevance on a team like that?
I think if there's a core 4, she's in the core 4, but almost in the more Thor-ish role. Okay. I think she could be a leader, but I think I'd have to see the roster. So by proxy,
more like comedic relief type character, but still has her moments here or there.
And Thor was kind of that in the first one. He was serious, but he had a lot of that. So that's what I'd say she'd be core 4 status at least. So
yeah, I like that.
Taylor?
Any
Sorry,
thoughts?
am I answering this question? Or am I answering the post-credit
Whatever
scene?
you want, man. Whatever you
Both.
care about.
Well, I'm gonna defer to the post-credit scene because I got a wild idea in my mind here. For
Okay.
this. What if they say like again, you bring Gaia in here and you segue this as leading into the Secret Invasion season 2, or like another limited series for Secret Invasion?
No, I don't like that idea. Taylor disconnected. Always back. I'm fine with a lead-in, but not specifically Secret Invasion 2. If
I just
anything,
feel
it'd
like
be
you gotta
Miss
get,
Marvel
you gotta get
2.
the Skrulls back in there somehow because I feel
I
like
think they're done with Skrulls. I said before.
What do you
I
need to
think,
do with Skrulls? At this
yeah,
point?
we've had enough.
more than what they did in Secret Invasion.
No, I think it's one of those that you
They
go, we
squandered
tried it, we did it, let's move away from it. Think they will. Obviously, they didn't say Rhodey was, before Civil War, but I think even if they were applying it, there's no chance now. If that was the plan, I think they will retcon it. Like I think they're gonna kind of
They'd
do.
retcon it.
Well, not again. They never said, right, but I still agree with you. That I feel like the intention was to make us think that's since Civil War. I think the next time you see that, they'll specifically be like, no, since after the events.
And I
of
don't care what
Catherine-
the writer says on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's not canon in my book.
Yeah, I think they'll maybe retcon's a bad word, but they'll make sure to know that it's not the one from Civil War, and I don't think they're going to refer much to Secret Invasion. And I think they're going to kind of pretend like the way Thor: Dark World was never talked about until Endgame. It's going to be like that, but the only difference this time is this one's actually going to never be talked about again. Where because Thor: Dark World seems like an Academy Award winner compared to Secret Invasion. Like I'll take Thor: Dark World because I know people are like, oh, well, sure, that's not fair. I would watch Thor: Dark World the same amount of runtime as Secret Invasion, then watch Secret Invasion again.
Me too, I think.
Gravik, and we're gonna get there. We're almost there.
Yeah, imagine this movie. Yeah, I read S-Bub's second comment first of Gravik will return. The idea of that popping up without that back to tank, what the hell is it? Back to tank scene. So he's just not in it whatsoever. There's no mention. There's no tease, and then it just says Gravik will return.
And you
It's
just
so funny
hear
to me.
you just hear two things: a huge groan from the audience, or who's that? Who's Gravik? What's Gravik? I don't know who that is.
Turns
so.
out, like, yeah, Captain Marvel this whole time was actually Gravik. Oh my god.
Yeah. Oh no.
That would be
God.
heartbreaking.
Jeez. And Taylor, what do you think about? Oh God, what was your question? Dylan really talked about.
I don't know. We can leave it. It's
No,
fine.
it was a good one. I liked it. What was it? We talked
Her
about
role
end
in
credit?
the Avengers.
Yeah, or Young Avengers. Yeah, what do you think she's ranking the Young Avengers? And is that lead-in? Could be a lead-in? This movie?
Ms. Marvel's rank, like, is she like 5th place, like 5th
Yeah.
spot? Like,
What do you think her
when does
role
she
is in the
become
Young
charge?
Avengers?
Oh, her role.
Yeah,
okay.
do you see her as the leader of the Young Avengers? Can you
I
say
don't
that?
see her as a leader. No. In leadership
Wow.
roles,
He doesn't know,
dismissed
but
her.
all he knows is definitely not the leader.
definitely not.
You dismissed her
No.
so quick.
No, she's definitely
not
not.
leader
No,
material?
she's not leading the Avengers. No, to go from Steve Rogers to
But it's the young Avengers, so they're all young and stupid.
She's-
that feels
she's
mean to say. But.
too young to be leading the Young Avengers at this point. She's a strong two, but
Oh.
not number 1.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd give her 2 because of what she was able to capable of doing and what she took on. Like she took on those, I don't remember who they were, but the ancient power demon
The
people
skeletons,
from
yeah.
the skeletons. That's all I remember from them. That one scene is the skeleton. But my number 1 that I would pick for Young Avengers would probably be Kate Bishop. I feel like she'd be a good leader because she's had that one-on-one so far with an Avenger.
I think she's
so-
leader material.
Oh yeah, she's had
More
the
than
one-on-one.
Kamala.
She's the
with an
biggest goofball I've
Avenger.
ever
Like
seen in my life.
what other Young Avengers have had that one-on-one? Scar, I can't attest to what his experience is.
Stop with your Scar. I
Stop
don't
trying to
think.
Scar.
Yeah, stop trying to make Scar thing. It's not. But I don't think
Kate
you have a
Bishop?
Young Avengers.
Kate Bishop has had at least a full season of time with
about Miss Marvel?
Hawkeye.
Oh, okay.
Miss Marvel,
She's
just
about to have a whole
teleported.
movie though.
She's about to have a movie at the cinema.
I'll redact and change my statement after I see the movie, but at this point, I
You're
have
not going to see the
seen
movie. You
her
didn't get your tickets,
experience.
and it's going to sell.
Well,
Yeah,
Travis
it's sold
got his
out.
tickets. Yeah,
Yeah.
sold out.
Okay, so here's the list of people. Thank you to Screen Rant. Here's the list of people that they think and characters we've met. This is how I'm so bad in the MCU right now about where we've met them. So Kate Bishop, we've talked about that. Cassie Lang, stature, Stinger.
Yeah, Stature Stinger.
Elijah Bradley, who they didn't set up, but he was in Falcon Winter Soldier. He's Isaiah Bradley's kid. He becomes a patriot, or his grandson. He becomes a patriot.
Right.
Tommy and Billy Maximoff, Wanda's kids. So like we don't know if they'll come back,
rid
but
of
they
them. Nope.
they can't get rid of them. Why get rid of them? Why so hard on get rid of them?
Just we don't need that. No.
Speed and Wiccan, Kim. America
Well, yeah,
Chavez.
like 15 years from now, but not in Young Avengers. That's baby Avengers right there.
Oh, America.
Well,
that's
they-
actually another good potential.
They'd be aged up. I think the idea is that they'd be, like preteen Avengers. No, sorry.
I'd put America as a good leader just to slide her in there
Yeah.
because I mean, I'd like straight training
She's
with
been
Doctor
through
Strange, and
yeah.
she's been through some shit. Holy crap!
And then they have Kid
Ironheart,
Loki.
is she in that pool?
Ironheart would definitely be in there. She's not on this list
She's
right
like
now.
in college, right? She's youngish.
But yeah, she's definitely on the team. Kid
Fuck.
Loki, I don't think will make it, but that'd
No.
be fun. And
Miss
then
Marvel's bumped down. I'm sorry. Like number 2 slot could go to Ironheart. It could go to fucking America. Oh man, these are some great.
Oh, she's on the list. We got there now. Oh, some people have Prince T'Challa because obviously,
Yeah, that
Forgot about the
guy.
Prince.
Oh, you're right. On this list on Screen Rant, they had Scar, so there you go. Oh, they're getting really tricky now. They put Miles Morales. Yeah, I don't think that. Technically, Love from Thor: Love and Thunder. Yeah, I guess. Right? You could throw it on
I don't
there.
think that was just Chris Hemsworth's kid getting to
Yeah.
do a
I
fun
think-
moment, right?
I think your core 4 is America Chavez.
What about Spidey? Have we discounted him being on the roster?
Yeah, he's a main Avenger. He was a knight in Endgame. He's an
Can't you
or
be
Infinity
both,
War.
though?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
Not in my opinion. You
Okay.
you gotta be on the A team or B team. Yeah, it's just my opinion. But you gotta be in the A
If
team
he
or B
was still
team.
in high school, yes, but he graduated. He's an adult now.
Yeah, true. So the core 4, I think, is Kate Bishop, America Chavez, Kamala Khan, and Riri Williams. So every white bread, super hard right winger is just gonna hate the fucking Young Avengers because the core 4 is just all female, and it's just gonna be nothing but red eye thumbnails when that movie comes out. My gosh, but
You got Scar though.
you got Scar.
He's gonna be there.
Scar, no, he should be killed. He's like in the Hawkeye
should
Black
be
Widow
killed.
role. He should be killed. I think they are gonna
Bruce
kill
Banner
him.
back as the main Hulk and kill Scar.
He kills his own son in a fit of rage. No, I think even though she's like a goofy character, I think just by celebrity status, Seinfeld's the leader of that. I think she's number 1, and then you make him too. You get him in there. He's the white Nick Fury. Jerry Seinfeld.
So you don't think
Watch out,
Cassie
all these
Lang is
girls,
gonna be
come
is
on.
mainlining in there?
Well, she's right. She's in there. Yes and no. I guess I would bump. I like America Chavez more than Cassie Lang, but I guess I'd probably bump Chavez down and put Cassie Lang up because she is the daughter of Ant-Man. So yeah, I could see those two being the two heads and the rest. But they might want Ironheart as well, right? Because it's Iron Man, Ironheart. So I'd say it'd be Kate would be the Cap, and Riri would be the Iron Man, and the rest are kind of the Thor, the Iron Man stuff. Scar is fucking definitely Hawkeye in Avengers 1. So
I forgot about the Kid Loki. Actually, that would be really cool to see. But I feel like I don't know if many people are really gonna latch on to Kid Loki when we got Tom just fucking kicking it out of the water right now as adult Loki, and we got Sylvie.
Tom kicking it out of the water. What's he
when
kicking
have you
out of the
heard that
water?
phrase? Did you just make that phrase
right,
up
I
now?
just made it up right now.
it
Stamp
out of the water.
copyright. Taylor sealed.
Trademark it, yeah. Okay, I think we'll take our ad break and then we're ready for Taylor's. We'll see if ChatGPT came out with some better predictions. So we'll do some predictions with that and then some trailers end us off, and we'll be all done. So we'll be right back. And we're back. So Taylor, what did our good old favorite ChatGPT? What did it spice up? And this yet is it to the point where it's updated, or is it still just before 2021 still?
I don't know.
Okay.
if
At
it
least it's
is,
Captain
but
Marvel and Endgame to work off of, so we got that going on.
Yes, it's got Captain Marvel Endgame.
Yeah.
It actually pulled from Miss Marvel as well. So
Oh, look at that. That's good.
yeah, and WandaVision, I guess too. So it's definitely got some stuff in here. But yeah, I'm excited to read this one. I felt like it was juicy. So we were talking about titles earlier. Here's the kicker of a title.
Okay.
Captain Marvel Unleashed.
Terrible title. Fucking terrible.
Captain
title.
Marvel kicking it out of the water.
Yeah. Yeah, that's the tagline.
So it listed this out a little differently. It gave me the genre, superhero sci-fi.
Oh, thanks.
Shit, I didn't know that.
The Synopsis: It takes place in the Marvel Cinematic Universe after the events of the Captain Marvel film. Okay, yeah, well, I'm not gonna read that.
Yeah.
The plot: the film opens with Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, now a
Nice.
confident and capable superhero, balancing her life as a teenager and a burgeoning Avenger. Burgeoning. Is that it? Burgeoning.
Yep.
Okay. She's called to action when a mysterious cosmic threat known as the Celestial Conflux appears in Earth's atmosphere, endangering the planet. Have you heard of this before? Anyone?
I heard of it, but don't know much about it. So there you go.
Okay.
It's a cardinal snap. No, I'm just kidding.
Carol Danvers, the legendary Captain Marvel, returns to Earth after receiving an urgent message from Nick Fury. They enlist the help of Monica Rambeau, now fully embracing her powers as Spectrum, and together they investigate the source of the Celestial Conflux. It's revealed that the conflux is a cosmic energy disturbance that attracts the attention of otherworldly beings.
Nice.
As the heroes dig deeper, they encounter the Shi'ar Empire, a powerful alien
Okay.
civilization.
Shit.
Who's the Shi'ar? Oh, that
Remember-
was the
Big hair
retro.
mode with
Oh,
the-
They're the ones
shit.
after
Yeah.
Phoenix
Yeah.
Force. Yeah, we getting
Oh,
Rogue coming in
yeah.
here. We're getting that Captain Marvel Rogue moment. Let's go.
Yes.
That would
that
give me
would be amazing if this
Yeah.
movie did that.
That
would be
even if they
insane.
spoiled it, if Feige tomorrow just announced, "Hey, Kiki Palmer's in this movie as Rogue," I'd be like, "Fuck, I'm buying my tickets right then." You know, I ain't waiting. Let's go. Not happening though.
Powerful, who drawn to the celestial conflicts due to its potential to create a cosmic weapon capable of immense destruction.
Yep.
To stop the Shi'ar Empire from harnessing this power, our heroes must form an alliance with a group of unexpected allies. Enter the X-Men.
Well,
Damn.
we are getting it. You know, she's a mutant
ChatGPT
now.
went hard on that one line of dialogue
Oh,
in
yeah.
Miss Marvel.
Professor
I'll
Charles
take it.
Xavier, the telepathic leader, along with
Nice.
Cyclops,
Okay.
Jean Grey, Storm, and Wolverine, who are sent by Xavier to help
Rogue?
Earth avert this cosmic catastrophe.
So
The
only a
film
team
ex-
of four, eh? Only
Only a team
four
of
X-Men.
four,
That's
yeah.
a small. That's a small team going on right now.
The film explores
build
the
up.
integration of mutants into the MCU, explaining their existence as a result of the cosmic event that caused the celestial conflicts.
They're really holding back on that in the marketing. You know, not showing any of the X-Men.
Wait, sorry. What
one.
caused the creation of mutants? Can you read that line again?
Explaining their existence as a result of the cosmic event that caused. So I don't know what the cosmic event is that caused this conflict.
Is it what they were talking about earlier? This whole the convergence thing is that happened at some point?
Well,
Or are
it
they
doesn't
just
say
referring
any
to
kind of
Endgame as the
convergence.
cosmic event? Is that
Maybe
what
that's
ChatGPT
what
is
they're
doing?
referring it to. I'm not sure. It doesn't detail it.
Tony snapped and the X-Men were here. Mutants were here.
As the team faces the Shi'ar Empire, led by a formidable villain named Warstar,
Okay.
they engage in epic battles on both Earth and in space, testing their combined powers and teamwork. Miss Marvel's shape-shifting abilities, Captain Marvel's cosmic energy, Spectrum's energy manipulation, and the X-Men's mutant powers make for thrilling action sequences. I can picture it in my head already. Throughout the film, Kamala Khan's admiration for Carol Danvers deepens as they share their experiences as heroes and women. The X-Men's introduction into the MCU
Wait,
adds a whole
go back. What was that line?
Kamala Khan's admiration for Carol Danvers deepens as they share their experiences as heroes and women.
Okay, just sound like a robot wrote it.
I love that.
Okay, go ahead.
The X-Men's introduction into the MCU adds a new dynamic to the superhero landscape, setting up a future storylines involving mutants. In the climax, our heroes prevent the Shi'ar Empire from obtaining the Celestial Conflux's power, ultimately convincing them that the Earth is not to be trifled with. The film concludes with a sense of unity between the heroes as they protect Earth and the universe from cosmic threats. In the mid-credits scene, Nick Fury discusses the formation of a new team. The Ultimates, which include Captain Marvel, Spectrum, Miss Marvel, and the X-Men, dedicated to safeguarding the cosmos.
So the
I love
ultimate.
that ChatGPT was so bored by the Marvels that he's like, let's just throw a bunch of X-Men in here because I don't even want to buy a ticket for this.
The Ultimates are usually like a they're like another name for the Avengers. In the Ultimate Universe, the Ultimates were the Avengers, but in this movie, they're just the Marvels and the X-Men put together. So
I'm into it.
And then so we got a post-credit scene.
nice.
The screen fades to black, and then we see a dimly lit underground facility.
Get some new material, GPT.
It did though. I don't think we've
never
ever
been
gotten
there.
an underground facility.
It's
No,
that's
always
it's
dimly
dimly lit.
Oh yeah, it's always dimly lit, but I do the underground facility, which I feel like
What was
most
the
of
one time it wasn't dimly lit, but it was like a
It's like an
faded-
ethereal.
flickering.
an
Yeah.
ethereal light, yeah,
Yeah.
ethereal light and darkness.
Even though I feel like too an underground facility is usually dark in general, right? So already,
Usually.
Right, you could
yeah.
just assume it's dimly lit.
I definitely want a tally of like how many dimly lit locations we've had, but okay, good to know.
It's insane.
Maybe that'll be an S Bubs' like montage, like a
Yeah.
dimly lit counter or something like
Yeah.
that. Okay, so a security camera feed shows a shadowy figure with remarkable agility, evading guards and alarms. The figure moves with a grace and finesse that is unmistakably that of a skilled acrobat and martial artist.
Oh my god.
Suddenly, the lights of the facility in the facility go out, plunging into darkness. The security camera feed is lost, and all seems quiet. But then, a single pair of glowing eyes pierces the darkness. The eyes emit an eerie and otherworldly green glow. A soft, sinister chuckle fills the room. As the lights flicker back on, we catch a glimpse of the shadowy figure's face. It's none other than the enigmatic and famous Marvel character Elektra Natchios, as portrayed by
I
Jennifer
thought we were building
Garner.
a Nightcrawler the whole time.
Wait,
This
go,
is
no,
Jen-
go back and read this description again. Glowing eyes. What is this?
Yeah, that's where I was
glowing
thinking
eyes.
Nightcrawler too.
Yeah.
Eyes emit an eerie and otherworldly green glow.
Okay. Maybe that's happened in the comics. I
That
don't recall.
entire description, that's Nightcrawler to a T. So
This is
yeah.
portrayed by Jennifer Garner, and so she's coming
Oh.
back for this.
That makes
role
sense.
here.
She's gonna be in Deadpool 3, right? So
She's been a vigilante, an assassin, and even a leader of the Hand, but her intentions now remain shrouded in mystery. The scene ends with Elektra stepping into the light and looking directly at the camera, her eyes still glowing green. It's clear she has a significant role to play in the next chapter of the MCU.
it's clear.
Looks at the camera. Oh my God.
I feel like that would be the most not bullshit, but just like imagine we're sitting there and we get a end credit scene of Jennifer Garner's Elektra, and like, how does this tie in? And I guess it does, right? Because she's in Deadpool 3, but she's like, okay, I guess it's like Elektra will return in Deadpool 3. I guess that's what they do. It's like, why are we placing this here? But
No, at that
Yeah,
point
I'm-
it just says graphic will return.
I'm gonna spin this on just to continue on the Elektra thing here real quick, because it's enticing. So in this
write me a
follow-up,
trilogy of Elektra MCU movies.
In this follow-up, it's titled Elektra: Shadows of the Past. Elektra takes center stage as the character, yada yada. The story begins with Elektra, now based in New York City, leading a mysterious and secluded life. She's left her life as an assassin and leader of the Hand behind, seeking redemption for her actions. However, her past continues to haunt her as she is hunted by a powerful and enigmatic organization that seeks to exploit her unique abilities. As Elektra attempts to distance herself from her dark history, she becomes embroiled in a series of supernatural incidents occurring in the city. These incidents are linked to an ancient artifact and mystical forces that threaten to unleash chaos upon the world. In her quest to uncover the truth, Elektra encounters a new ally, Dr. Stephen Strange, the Sorcerer Supreme.
Nice.
Strange recognizes the potential in Elektra's abilities and offers to help her harness her latent mystical powers, which are linked to her resurrection by the Hand.
Oh, okay.
Together, they investigate the origins of the artifacts and dark forces at play. As Elektra's journey unfolds, her character faces inner conflicts and moral dilemmas, forcing her to confront her past and choices that led her down a dark path. She also discovers a connection to a long-forgotten order of mystical warriors who once wielded the very artifacts she now seeks to protect. The film explores her struggles, redemption, yada yada yada. In the climax, Elektra and Doctor Strange, along with other mystical-powered allies, face off against a shadowy organization.
Does
The battle
it ever name
combines
this organization, or
It
it's just
doesn't-
shadowy
the shadowy
organization?
organization. The battle combines martial arts, magic, and supernatural elements in a visually stunning showdown. Concludes with Elektra choosing to embrace her role as a guardian of the mystical artifacts,
Oh, shit.
continuing her journey of redemption.
That's good for Jennifer Garner. You know, getting a whole movie again.
Big
her
paycheck
own
for
movie,
that.
Yeah, getting Benedict in there. That's
That's what the Marvels is setting her up, an Elektra movie.
Yeah. What was the
Insane.
end credit for that one?
Oh, let's see.
Yeah, last thing now. Yeah, I got to know an end credit for you for a Marvel movie. You can't leave me there. Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange 3, Elektra. What was the title of this movie again, Taylor? Elektra, or is it just called
Elektra: Shadows of the Past.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shadows.
Uh,
that works.
The end. I fucking love the end credits in these. The end credits roll and the screen fades to black. However, after a brief pause, a new scene emerges. We find ourselves in a dimly lit underground chamber. Not facility, it's a chamber this time.
Oh yeah,
Clearly-
be clear about it. It's a chamber.
Clearly, ChatGPT has learned the word underground now because that's the go-to. Okay, so
And
underground chamber.
enigmatic too. It
Enigmatic,
popped
yeah.
up a few
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
In the center of the room, a sealed and heavily fortified containment cell is prominently displayed. Strange symbols and enchantments adorn the walls. Suddenly, the containment cell begins to crack and the enchantments weaken. With a burst of supernatural energy, the cell's doors open. Emerging from within is none other than a character previously unseen in the MCU, portrayed by a yet to be revealed actress. Okay, this is where ChatGPT is getting it tricky. Clea. So we have seen Clea, but ChatGPT doesn't know that, I guess, for some reason.
Okay.
Clea, the
Okay.
enigmatic sorceress with powers rivaling Dr.
Oh, we know
Strange
that
himself.
actress then.
We do know the
Yeah.
actress. She's a resident of the Dark Dimension, is known for her complex mysterious history with the Sorcerer Supreme. As Clea steps out of the cell, she glances around with a mix of curiosity and determination, suggesting that her arrival in the MCU will bring unforeseen consequences and challenges for Doctor Strange. The scene ends with Clea's
don't
gaze
say.
fixed on an ancient glowing artifact, suggesting her own agenda and a role to play in the next chapter of the MCU.
I gotta give it credit for nailing that character was introduced in a post-credit scene.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
good. Well done.
Yeah, don't even pay the writers and actors. Just get ChatGPT. It'll get us there.
We'd have the X-Men by now.
Yeah, we
in
have
the
the
Marvels
X-Men
movie.
in the Marvels. Yeah,
That is true.
You think the Marvels is bombing if you got the X-Men in there? Wolverine, Cyclops. No, it's not. It's gonna happen.
There's a
Right.
Shi'ar Empire. Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah,
it's
casually
huge.
thrown in there.
Yeah, Elektra post credit scene.
Elektra. Yeah, it's stacked.
Nightcrawler.
This movie's popping off. I just see Feige just like, well, okay, like, that's what we'll do. Like he's
Yeah, let's
no,
greenlight that one.
yeah, he's no longer like he doesn't trust himself anymore. It's like I guess this is what we got to do. So, yeah, let's talk about some trailers here. Let's talk about. Maybe this will be least the greatest. I don't know. Let's talk about Wonka. I want to get the room temperature check on. We got that teaser a couple months ago, so it's still coming out. And I think I don't know if and maybe Taylor. I'll start with you, Taylor. I think you were maybe the most that said you might be checking this out in theaters, but I think it was like a on the fence. Where are you after this one? Bigger trailer. They hinted at this in the teaser, but it shows that the main plot line is Wonka's selling his chocolate, and these other rich people don't like this, so they're gonna kick him out of where he's from, and he wants to stay and sell the chocolate. So that's the plot, that Wonka's trying to sell chocolate, and the people won't let him.
This trailer, it's doing it for me. I don't know how. I think it was just the
You like the
focus on
Oompa Loompa.
I love
Yeah.
fucking love the Oompa Loompas. Yeah, I was really jiving with that. Yeah, there's some good shit going on that I really was liking, and I'm
It's some good shit.
Some
That's
good
all
shit.
the kids are saying about it too.
some good shit. Mom.
When I saw Paw Patrol, yeah, there's some good shit happening in this trailer, Mom.
I'm very much though looking forward to it. And I feel like I'd be more inclined to see this in theaters now. I don't know if I'm going to because I pick which movies I am with having a kid. But I mean, if Travis or Dylan, if either of you guys are in town and want to go to the movies, let's go.
Christmas
Dylan,
Day.
Travis, you're already in town.
That's the only time Dylan will see
It's
it.
the only time I'm free. Yeah.
He's like, it has to be Christmas Day or I'm not seeing it. I'll never talk about Wonka. You gotta leave your family behind and come see Wonka.
And Taylor, you have to see it Christmas Day too. You can't watch it before or after.
We will delete any reviews you try to put on the feed if you watch it.
We'll
afterwards.
silence you.
Yeah. Oh my. Just some theater, just Dylan Taylor alone watching Wonka on Christmas Day while Taylor's kid
a
opens
huge
up
frown
presents.
on Taylor's face the whole time, just crying to himself,
But Madison, I have to go. He said he won't
What
watch
went
it any
wrong?
other time.
just talking to GPT on his phone. Like,
Yeah, the first Christmas with this child. Where were you, Dad? I had to go watch Wonka.
Watching Wonka. Oh.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's just I feel like this looks like it's got a lot of good like upbeat moments to it. I think it's gonna be a fun time, and it's got a little bit of magic in there. And Keegan Michael Key, that's his name, right? His full name there.
Sure.
Yep.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah, he's just fucking just hitting Tim on the head, just knocking him unconscious in this trailer.
It was a bonk,
Tim.
not unconscious.
Feels
He
weird to
bonked.
call him Tim.
No, I think he was just taking him down.
No, because the whole line, he's a cop. He says, and if you do this again, it's gonna be more than a bunk on the head.
But the next
And-
scene, it was
and
him like,
Tim-
just backhand and taking him
Yeah,
down.
but then Tim goes, well, you haven't bunked me on the head yet, and the officer's like, oh, you're right. So like maybe he wound up, but I don't think it's like a big hit.
Oh, okay, so just goofing off. I took it like he just caved his skull.
Yeah,
and
that
just-
kills Wonka, and that's where the movie ends.
You guys are in the theater. Christmas Day just ends with Wonka's head split open and just like a depressed
Not even
situ-
ends. That's halfway. They kill him off.
and just
halfway
like
through the
blood.
movie.
Yeah, who becomes the lead then? Hugh Grant's Willy Wonka
Hugh Grant. Yeah,
or Oompa
Have you seen
Loompas?
Beau is Afraid yet, Taylor? Because I don't want to spoil it, but
I haven't. No.
okay, I'll hold back my joke then. I'll hold back my joke on that one.
Oh,
Fuck,
good
if
movie.
the-
Good movie.
if the good movie.
Yeah, good movie. Good movie. That's what I'm telling myself. I'm
Beau is
gonna enjoy
Afraid.
seeing it.
Okay, I was like, you haven't seen Beau Afraid or Wonka, so what are you referring to as that? But
Wonka's Afraid.
yeah, just remake that. But yeah, Dylan, are you excited to see this Christmas Day?
Yeah, I'm gonna see it 3 to 4 times on that day.
He never leaves the theater. He bought the same seat for each showing, so he can just
hide in the bathroom so I can stay past close and sneak it in again.
On like third showing, the people like cleaning in the theater, like, is that the other guy from like 6 hours ago? And just like, and you don't look at them. You're just looking at the screen, waiting. Fuck. Okay, he's really wants to see Wonka. Oh man.
So
Can I
yeah,
have that poster?
I was surprisingly like I don't know if hot is the right word, but I was interested based on the last trailer, the teaser, whatever it was that we got. It was kind of working for me. Now, of course, the timeline, the release date of it is tricky because all jokes
Yeah.
aside, I'm not going to go see this in the Christmas season. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe it is possible, to be honest, but I think the likelihood is somewhat low. I would say.
Get ready for that 6 a.m. text.
Yeah.
Wonka,
Gear
be
it
there,
up.
be square.
Yeah, but honestly, I feel like this trailer. Get your joke out, Travis. Come on, get your joke out. Get it out.
The Christmas party, Dylan gets to like a present. He opens up his 2 tickets to Wonka.
Fuck, that would be hilarious. If you couldn't decipher
If
what
I
he
could
was
still buy
referring
a
to,
physical
listeners,
ticket, I would do that. I would have to fudge it.
yeah,
That's
that's
interesting
it.
to open up this present like, wow, Wonka showing on Christmas.
Yeah, 2 tickets. Madison's like, oh, is that for us to go? No, it's for me and Dylan. No, you're not coming, Madison. Oh boy. You're going to the video
You're
version.
making some like
folks.
lizard
Travis,
noises over there.
Yeah, Travis is just
He's
out.
devolving slowly to a slime-like life form.
I'm just picturing everyone's reaction now, seeing Taylor open this thing like, oh, Dylan got Wonka tickets for Christmas Day, and they're like, just, oh man. Go ahead, I'm done.
Done. Yeah, I don't have much to say. It's that I guess this overall the vibe of this trailer is similar enough that it didn't change my thoughts drastically. I do like the Oompa Loompa more here than the first trailer, which I wasn't really digging. That I've seen more of it. I will say though, there was just a general air about this trailer. The scale felt so grand, which I guess that's where we get near the end of a Willy Wonka movie typically. But I don't know, there was something about it that was too grand scale for me. This is a very weird minor thought, and it's not a huge detractor by any means, but it just felt like, I don't know if this is going to be the energy that I want this movie to have, and I don't know if they were just trying to hype it up more from a trailer perspective. But yeah, that was the one thing that really stood out to me. Otherwise, it was like, yeah, okay, this was more or less copy-paste from the first one. You get a couple of the same jokes or a continuation of a scene from the first trailer, but it didn't drastically change my thoughts. So I think it looks decent. I'll probably watch it at some point in my life, but who knows when that will be.
Yeah, no, I'm the same thing. I will happily watch it when it's on streaming or whatever. But yeah, the first trailer didn't do much for me. And then this is doubling down on the big... I know there'll be more. There'll be wonder and whimsical and you'll go on a journey. But the plot just being like, well, he's getting oppressed by these people who don't want him to sell chocolate. And I was the reverse for the Oompa Loompa because we're going with the very, very little version and it's the CGI little guy. I don't know if I need CGI Hugh Grant doing all these tricks and flying around. Like that's what I saw him doing. It's like, so I'll watch this with the kids at home and see if they like it. Because I think they've watched it without me, the original. But yeah, this is just not selling me. And I think it's kind of similar to how I felt about Exorcist and how I felt about Indiana Jones. It's Christmas, so it does have that chance, and I know tons of people. I already know 2 people seen it Christmas Day, so that's something going for right there. But I just don't know if people are gonna flock out to go see Wonka. I think it's gonna be like the Mary Poppins movie, where people are miscounting or misrepresenting. I think there's certain things that people are not nostalgia for. They've aged out of that. And I think Willy Wonka is one of them. I think Willy Wonka is something that people are happy to leave behind. And if they're going to revisit it, they'll go watch the original. Maybe even the Johnny Depp one. I've never
There's probably
fully seen
people
it,
that are nostalgic for that at this point.
yeah, right. You know, those big Johnny supporters and stuff. So I I don't think this will do too well. And I don't think it looks like a bad movie. I don't think that. It just isn't. It's a movie that, do I want to spend 2.5 hours in the theater? No. And I love the theatrical experience. Most movies, if I want to see them, I want to see them in the theater. But this just has nothing written on it. Like, I need to go out and see this. It just feels like kind of a nothing movie. And, you know, I hear great things about the director. I have not seen the Paddington movies, and I hear great things about that. So that's what I'm saying. I'm sure it's going to be a fun little venture. I just don't know if it's going to be worth the time and day.
Yeah.
So
Fair enough.
And then after that, we got this trailer for, God, I'm forgetting the other one. I know there's a curse. I'm doing that last. What was the
Leave
other
the
one?
World Behind.
Leave the World Behind. Yeah, great cast. And the trailer is
Mr.
interesting.
Robot director, which you're a big fan of, right?
It's what?
The Mr. Robot director?
I thought you
Or
said
what is that? Is it Mr. Robot?
It's a
It is,
show.
right?
Yeah, it's a show. Yeah, I liked that one. I thought you said it's a robot director. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
GPT script. Yeah.
I'm like, oh no! It's like one of those movies I never watch it because I think about bad reviews where they wrote this movie and they didn't write anything for the main character. James McAvoy played him, and he had to act like he was the main character, and he had no script dialogue, and he was just reacting to what happened. This is a real movie. I've never seen it, and I just heard about like, this sounds like a terrible experiment, but I always want to check it out to see what the deal is. So
That sounds very weird, yeah.
yeah, so that's where we could be one day at the robot movie. Great cast. There's some intrigue there. Luckily, it's on Netflix, so it's an easy, like, I'll probably put it on one time. I think it's in late November, early December. So I think they just didn't give me enough. It felt like it was very COVID, very like, oh, you don't know what's like the Kevin Bacon Carol. You don't know what's going on here. It's bigger than you. Like, it's very conspiracy theory driven, where I just don't know what it's gonna be. Is it gonna be A Quiet Place or gonna be Bird Box? And that cast is great. So I would feel like Julia Roberts, Mahershala Ali, Ethan Hawke, Kevin Bacon. Like, I would hope that means that it's leaning more towards a Quiet Place scenario. I'm not saying I need monsters, just something well thought of. And it also gives me lots of Knock at the Cabin vibes as well. So the same thing of like, it's this thing of like, is it real? Is it not? So I'm intrigued. If it was in the theaters, I'd have to wait till like reviews and see if people are like raving about it. But this teaser felt like it held a lot back, but I know it's just getting lots of buzz because obviously big cast. And so yeah, it's on the radar, but I'm not running to see it. But it could be one of those that it's on purpose a good thing that's holding stuff back. That when you see the movie, you're like, man, I'm really happy that they didn't show me A, B, and C because I want to see that. And with Netflix, you can kind of do that and then kind of coast on the stars' names. So
yeah, I mean, I'm pretty much in the same pocket as you, where intriguing concept. I like the visual style that we got going on here, and the concept seems interesting enough. But yeah, I feel like this is a time where I'm like, okay, I actually did want like 15% more revealed here to just get me a little bit more hooked. So
yeah,
I could see myself checking this one out. I think this would be one where I know when it drops on Netflix, our Discord, everyone's gonna be talking about it after they've watched it. Because when does this come out? This comes out in December as well, right? So
I think so. It's like a 13th or something.
Yeah, I feel like I could see a lot of people watching this in December when they're just
Christmas Day,
cold outside. Yeah, Christmas Day with the family, watch it 3 to 4 times back to back. And yeah, just hearing the buzz, I think that would decide if I want to go check it out for myself. But yeah, the cast is great. Mahershala Ali and Mahala Harold, was in Bodies, Bodies, Bodies in the episode of Black Mirror.
Yeah,
who I'm becoming a big fan of her. I think she's great in those two things. I mean, better in bodies just because of the quality of that overall compared to that Black Mirror episode. But yeah, cool to see her in a movie now rather than these. I guess Bodies also a movie, but I don't know why I said it that way. It's cool to see her in something like this with some other like big name actors. Is what I'm getting at. So yeah, I'm cautiously. I don't know if cautiously. I don't know what I'm doing with my words here. I'm interested, but I'm not going to be the one who gives you that day one review. I'll put it that way.
Yeah, I don't think me either. It's just like Christmas is a hard time, and we already got enough stuff. We got Game Awards, we got Aquaman, we have
Wonka,
Rebel Moon. Yeah, of course, Wonka Christmas Day. Can't wait to review that with you guys. Dylan should be back. The movie's only 2 hours on now. He need a couple more viewings of it. He's gonna close that place.
I didn't get the metaphors. I gotta go back and check it out again. I missed that line of dialogue.
Yeah.
You watching this one, Taylor?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch it right away, but this has definitely piqued my interest because I'm trying to figure out like what the overarching kind of like threat is going to be.
Of
If it is
course.
like aliens or supernatural, paranormal, what's kind of going on.
They show lots of boats stopping. And
Yeah,
being
like
in
the
place.
cargo ship out in the water, and there's like all
Yeah,
that red
true.
mist, which maybe when I saw the red mist, I got kind of like what is it called? Nope vibes or something like the thing kind of like they didn't show it obviously what it was, but I
Oh.
felt like there was like the
Okay.
thing up above and just.
So you think
like, the
Jean
red
Jacket's in
mist.
this?
That's the name I was looking for.
The
Yeah,
Return of Jean Jacket?
crossover.
Yeah, that's huge. Good for Netflix.
Good for Netflix. Yeah,
Good get.
but,
Imagine if Jean Jacket, he's not a character, he's an actor, and he starts popping up on these things. He's also a chocolate seller in
It's quite the
Wonka.
performer at the end when he like opens up. You know, he
Yeah.
can really do some great physical comedy and stuff.
Lots of range, yeah, or great sex scenes. Lots of momentum there. Big
Fit
career
a lot
ahead
of people
him.
inside. So
Yeah, we saw that.
I like the idea though of just this guy talking about what was his like his how did he word it? Start with a P. Calculations, probabilities, something like that.
Pie, yeah.
Something about how he's just like looking at the probabilities of how things will kind of like hit a certain point, how the world is kind of set up, and just leads to like, oh, there's this whole world shut down. It makes you wonder, like, okay, like he's talking about being abandoned, not himself, but like the society, and I'm wondering, okay, what's abandoning them? Like, what's kind of coming to a close? No going back. It just makes me think like, okay, the Earth is going into some kind of a new turning point, and it's just results in everything just going fucked up. So I'm down for that. Let's see it happen.
Let's see it happen. And then finally, the curse. This is one that we've been talking about a bunch in our Discord because I feel like for different reasons, everybody has something like here. But Dylan, I'll leave with you because you're the person that I still have not watched, Nathan, for you, and it's on my list. But you're the first person I ever heard bring that up to me. And then, as you meet more people in life, and people go, "Oh yeah, I've seen C, and I've always heard good stuff." So I think I've seen him always come in like other things of like either a cameo or a small role, like in some
Yeah, he's in the
comedy
night
and stuff.
before.
Yeah, exactly.
as the
Stuff like
driver.
that. But I haven't done that. But how do you feel about this? This is Emma Stone. This is him. It's posed as this kind of reality show as these people are helping lower tiered, lower income families, community. But the Nathan character, whatever his name will actually be, seems to piss off this little girl, and she says, "I curse you." And then it seems like a slew of bad things start to happen to this this couple.
Yeah, it's a weird one to talk about. This is my most anticipated show right now. I'm very very excited for this. I don't know if it's dropping all at once binge style or if it's a week to week thing, but whatever it is, I will be watching the minute it drops if possible, binge or weekly basis. I'll be there. I love Nathan Fielder. He's such a fucking weirdo, and he does some really interesting stuff. And in the two shows, Nathan For You and The Rehearsal that he did, he's playing like a heightened version of himself, I guess. Like there is acting to it, of course, where he's like really playing it up, but it's still like playing it off his own insecurities and who he is as a guy, as a human. That's at least my take. I don't really know anything about him outside of those shows, of course. So I just think that idea of putting him in there, who's played more of like a reality type character on these weird, goofy, I'd say comedy first things, putting him alongside Emma Stone, who might just be like the best actress in the world, and having them paired with each other is such a compelling concept to me. And I'm so excited to see him acting in a bigger way, even if he's playing like a pretty down to earth, simple character who once again is maybe like himself as a regular guy. But yeah, like I don't know. It's hard to describe his stuff because Nathan For You is like, it starts out as like a pretty basic comedy, but then in the later seasons, like the finale actually goes places like emotionally. It's pretty intense in that way, in a very unexpected way. And then The Rehearsal is just one of the most messed up shows I've ever watched, but it's like some of the most compelling TV out there, and that's why I'm excited for this because it's a very different style to what that is. But I know he just writes very compelling stuff, and he's also working on this with, or it's co-written by him and one of the Safdie brothers,
Yeah,
right?
who's also acting in it too. He's that
Right,
guy
yeah,
in the
he's
trailer.
maybe as a
Yeah.
more minor character, but I don't know, maybe he might be in there a bigger amount. I'm not.
No,
sure
I think he's
exactly.
supporting. He's that guy
Okay.
with the glasses that's
Yeah.
talking to them and stuff. He was the guy that was in
He's like the
Oppenheimer
film
as well.
crew kind of guy in the
Yeah, so
setup, right?
actor
So that's
slash
cool
director,
too,
yeah.
because I don't know much about him, but I thought Uncut Gems was fantastic and really
Yes,
well
yeah.
done. So yeah, I it's weird. I couldn't watch this trailer and point out like, oh, this scene, this thing, this element, this story moment. This is why anyone else should be excited. But I cannot wait for this, and me and Buds are gonna be watching this as soon as we possibly can. And yeah, I don't even know because I feel like they really hold back on what the curse element of it is and how much
Yeah.
of it. Like I could see it be multiple episodes of just this like House Hunters style thing, and it really goes hard on that before it actually goes into this curse element, and it could be silly or it could be really intense. Like I don't know what the vibe is going to be, but I don't really care. Like it's just the talent behind it that gets me so excited. So yeah, I cannot wait for this, and I'll definitely talk about it on GeekVerse in some way. I don't know if you guys will be watching it.
Yeah, I'll
but
watch
talk
so
about
we
it
can talk
somewhere.
about our
and-
newscast
yeah,
and After
yeah.
Nine stuff. Yeah, because
Something like
I'm the same thing. It's A24. I watch majority of what A24 does, and they only have dipped their feet into TV a few times now. So this is another one. Emma Stone, this is only the second time she's done TV, so I feel like that's a big deal. And like I said, I don't have much with Nathan, but I always hear good things. So yeah, this show, I think it's just more that I like the vibe of this teaser. I didn't see anything here like, wow, I have to watch it, but it's like the credentials of, okay, I feel like it's also one of those shows that I could see them get all the episodes. Like, okay, how do you kind of preview this? And I feel like the trailers are kind of giving it like a horror suspense thriller, maybe more just suspense thriller type of feel. But even this curse, like, they don't show anything that is out of world or supernatural, you know, like we don't know what's going on. The curse could literally be that this little girl curses them, but it's not just like a string of bad luck, right? Like that
Yeah.
could just like they do make the trailer seem very like a, you know, Get Out-ish, like something's not right, something's going on here. What is that deal? I don't know. They also mentioned in the synopsis that these two are like trying to have a baby, so I don't know how that's going to factor into things. So yeah, I'm intrigued by this. Yeah, I think with it being Showtime, I think it's probably going to be weekly, and I'm very interested to see what the runtime on this is because it feels like it could be more comedic. So I feel it's going to be in that like 20 to 30 minute range. I don't even know if there's like an amount of episodes, but yeah, I'm very curious. But I will be checking this out because just of everybody who's involved, seeing the Safdie brothers, I like what they do. So, yeah, I think that this one easily has me. I definitely will admit that it's because it's A24 that gets me, but I think Emma Stone is a big selling point because I always want to see what she's doing. So I wonder if it wasn't her that I'd probably get to because it's A24 because they did Beef last year and Beef was this year, and Beef was just one of the best shows this year easily. I loved it so much. So I like seeing them. They already do great stuff in TV. They have to do like a long form of storytelling. So yeah, I'll be checking this out the day or weekend of because I don't remember what it is, if it's a weekday or a Friday or whatnot, but I'll definitely have my eyes all over it. So what about you, Taylor? End us off.
Yeah, I took it as like a string of bad luck. I have to finish Beef because I was really enjoying that, and so
How'd
that
you
kinda
stop? I feel like the episodes end in
'Cause I
such
canceled
cliffhangers.
Netflix.
Oh, that's fair.
I canceled Netflix, so I only got like halfway through.
That'll
the show,
do
but
it?
that'll do it. I was really liking Beef, but I will probably when I'm gonna reactivate my Netflix when I get that Avatar show comes out because that looks fucking fire. So I'll catch up
Oh,
with all the things
Airbender
I've missed.
Avatar.
Like,
Okay, I was
yeah.
like, Avatar show. What?
You know,
But,
live action Airbender Avatar. I'll catch up on finish Beef. I'm gonna start and watch that zombie live action reality show that you tagged me in a while ago because I want to see that.
Is that out now? Is
It
that-
has to be out
Yeah,
by
it must
now.
be.
I
Yeah.
thought so.
You can watch the Squid Game reality show that
What is
everyone's
the
all pissed
zombie
about.
show?
It's like people put in like a real, not real life, but like a reality life scenario with zombies, and they have to like survive and get
Sorry,
out.
is
I
it
think
scripted or reality?
It's reality.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is it called?
And
Does it have a name?
I do not remember what it was called. Netflix zombie reality show probably would steer you in the right direction.
It's a good title. Yeah.
but that's definitely on my watch list. But in terms of this, so yeah, this being A24, I mean, after Beef, I mean, yeah, heck, sign me up. I'm very interested in this, and I did not know or clue into this being anything prior to that, like this trailer. Like I was not aware of its existence beforehand. So I'm eager to get into this. I don't know how soon I'll jump on the boat and like dive into it, but I am eager to partake and get in it. I thought it was a movie, so when you guys say it was a show, another show, that's really cool because that's just I like what they're doing with these shows so far. And yeah, it seems like it's gonna have some things that aren't really made present in the trailer that will get kind of unwoven in the show as you progress, and I like that. I feel like there'll be some very secretive things that we get to indulge in, which would be kind of cool, especially revolving around this curse, because when that moment dropped when this girl's like, I cursed you, it just felt like a tonal shift in this trailer. It felt really, really wild. And I mean, what kind of a fucking guy is gonna take $100 bucks, $100? But if you're raking in the money,
why didn't you just let her
it's
keep the
fine.
money?
Yeah,
it's $100. That's
Oh
good
my
stuff.
goodness.
I feel like there's a lot of people that do that on TikTok and shit. So I feel like
Absolutely
it's strikingly
there is.
accurate. You know.
That's true. Yeah.
Well,
Not Geekverse though. We don't roll that way. No,
No,
give
we
you
do-
100
We don't have the
bucks, we
$100
just
to
take
give
it.
anyone.
We don't have that.
yeah. We just do the giving. November 4th. That's what we'll be doing. Giving away. So,
Yep.
yes, ladies and gentlemen, make sure. No, I did all that stuff already. Links down below. Thank you, everyone, tuning in. Next week, we'll be back, I guess, tomorrow with Boys' penultimate episode, Loki Season 4, which I hear is a banger. I hear there's some big stuff going on there. So, should be exciting times. So, yeah, check out those. Check out all the stuff we're doing. Thank you very much for tuning in. I promise when you hear from us next, it'll not be boring.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Make sure you go get those Wonka